careers just end because they decided to just do what? Travel. That's just definition of what they want to do. I just want to get to America. I want to be in London. Whatever it is. My friend told me a story recently. You know, we discuss both good and bad. So don't think we are discussing only the bad side. The son, the only son, they moved to UK recently. Father goes to work, comes back. Mother goes to work, comes back. So they all converge around 9-10 p.m. to balance both ends. I work like that as well. So, down the line, the mother asked the son, why are you not doing assignment? The boy told her, I've done many assignments in Nigeria. I don't need to do any other what? Assignments. The woman was furious and went to the school. The school says it's not compulsory to do what? Assignment. That's, of course, some people will be sportsmen. Do they need assignment to be sportsmen? Do they need assignment to be a runner, an athlete? Won't you make money through that eventually? But beyond that, because nobody's at home to supervise that boy, what do you think he does through the day? He's always on what? Screen. So now they are thinking of bringing him back to Nigeria to continue his secondary what? Education. You know, many of you are thinking about this Japan thing based on just, I am 21 to 28 years. You know, it's just me. But on the other hand, somebody can decide on another thing that may be equally good and earn him a good what? Balanced life. Many of our colleagues will call us, oh, I feel so bad. My dad had stroke 2 days ago. And the stupid person at home didn't even call me early. That stupid person, did he read medicine? Did he read nursing? Does he know warning sign of stroke? Who should have known? Who should have known? Were you around? So who are you blaming? Still the stupid Nigerian system that didn't treat him properly? That is the word we hear every time. So there is more to the Japan than just this soft. Next slide. This just emphasis about. Next slide. So before you make decisions, go back. You must understand all these circumstances. That's what we are trying to say. What do I need to become a doctor in UK? Oh, you need this one, you need that one, you need that one. Many of our Nigerian graduates, unfortunately, don't understand that between the time you decide to travel abroad and you are getting a space for training, significant time is what? Is what? Is lost. But how many people have sat down to understand all those circumstances to arrive at a good position? For example, if you are to go to US, you must write USMLE. True of us? Step 1. Write what? Step 2. Isn't it? Start planning for March. And until they match you into a program, will you travel? Will you start residency? Will things work out? No. The same with nurses. For you to practice nursing abroad, you must do what? Pass your CGFNS or NCLEX. I don't know which one do you put. Which one is current now? NCLEX, I think. When we grew up, it was CGFN. It was, if I'm not wrong, but correct me. And then after that, you do what? You queue up and wait for retrogression to do what? To do what? Finish. You are not happy because you are saying the truth. So, some people have queued up for the past 4 years waiting to go to US at the expense of a career path in life. Because it's going to America. Is it a project? Because somebody else who understood that and chased the two pathways. What do I mean by that? Dream. Remember that there is a Nigerian what? Dream. That's what I keep emphasizing. That Nigerian dream tells you, for a doctor, for example, write your primaries. Who doesn't understand it? Raise your hand up. Okay, I'm saying that if I graduate today now as a doctor, me to become just like you are going to America to become, because in US you must do what? Residency. Isn't it? That one USMLE 2 or PLAB 1, PLAB 2 you wrote. Exam is called the primary. So if I want to travel to America now, what can I do? I go and resurrect my USMLE what? Paper and do what? And move. But as I was in Nigeria, what did I? Which automatically after 2 or 3 years, I qualified to write my part 1. Spent 4 years, 5 years doing what? Going through this process of trying to travel. You've not started residency. It's already on the door of becoming a specialist. Because at the end of the day, who gained more? The person that japat? Okay. Now, how did he get more? No, we are. And cost of Ogo in Achi, my village, are not the same. 3 of us. The village man, Uji, 1.5 Jafia. The same ofe you will use 10,000 naira in Enugu to do what? To do what? To cook. You will pity him that he's suffering in the village. Go and check your BP and check his own BP. And know who is suffering more. That is the truth about life. If things are that perfect abroad, how many of those guys come home a year or 2 times a year with their family? If you think that the whole money is just packed towards, once you keep it, you won't spend it. It will just be like that in your account. Do you use credit card in Nigeria? How many people use credit card here? Go and check there. It's very common. You are here making noise about cost of school fees. Go and check. How many people are their children attending public school here? I go public school. How many of you go public school? Go and try it there now. After you now minus and add and know where the line draws in the reserve you have. So, but the point we are making is that by that time that person arrives at US 5 years after, he is just starting what? Residency. I'm already an expert. That my specialist certificate can get me a job in Saudi. If I want to go to Saudi now, I will just do what? Work hard. Save 1 month or 2 months salary. Pay the money and I'll come again. I want to go to Kuwait. Of what? My what? Certificate as a what? As a specialist. At that stage, you are now in America or wherever you are. Starting the training, I started 5 or 6 years ago. At that stage, both of us are due to start having children. I have a child now as a young consultant. Won't I have time for school run? Huh? Does consultant sleep in the hospital every time? Won't I have time to do assignment to my children? Where are you running around with? Because you are the lowest cadre at that point in the ladder of. In fact, I'm at the same par with that your consultant that is now teaching you in America. That way he goes home in the morning, in the night, and comes back in the morning. The same way I go home in the night here and come back what? In the morning. So you do this chase for another 7 years. By that 7 years, how old are you? If you got the money, have you seen the money? Have you seen it that time? You have not, though. You haven't. So we can count and count and count. What we are trying to say is that it's a balanced decision making. It's not just about the exchange rate you mentioned now. Of course, if you have a chance to travel, travel. But if you can't, don't bury yourself in preparation for. You know what? Part of why I didn't travel abroad. By the time I was due to leave, I've gotten part 1 here. I had already started my training as a senior registrar. Of course, taking it to finish 3 or 4 years. I felt it was better for me to travel, do more international exposure, and then do what? Come back. And then another shocking thing is that when you finish training, you know, being a specialist does not amount to appointing you as a consultant. Who knows that? Who knows that? The truth should be told so that couldn't be told. So you can be a specialist, pass your exam, but if there's no vacancy to appoint you as a consultant to a hospital, you won't be what? Appointed. So, at this my age now, if I'm still working like a resident doctor, how much money will balance out that stress? Huh? We're not thinking about that. At this my age now, I have children to make sure they grow, they are trained properly. At this my age now, I have a wife to make sure she doesn't get angry that I don't stay at home. You don't see all these ones in all the equation of striking a balance in life. At this my age now, if I want to see my parents, I just drive 1 hour, I see them. They are liberty to come at any time. You see other things you should put on table when you are doing what? When you are taking decision of Japa or not Japa. Yes. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? What about the nurses? There's an embargo now on young nurses leaving the country, if I'm not wrong. Am I correct? Yes. So, I always tell many people that within the 2-3 years you are waiting to serve out this, you could have finished your master's. Do you know that? You could have done advanced training in intensive care nursing, which is hot cake everywhere. You know, there are multitude of things you could have done. But people don't think about that. In fact, the nursing zone is a bit pathetic because nowadays you now hear that definition for who they will marry is where the person is what? Living. True of us. True of us. If you see a small young man like me struggling, love will go off mouth. Too much love. Somebody are tore down with sagging. One agona. Before I watch Christmas, they begin banku. What is destination? America. Imaku on aro. After 2 years, Ababambana ide wanate go no. It's not your money. Okay, Bobo onwe. I go Fiji America. But you see, these things can work perfectly. Nobody says you cannot be in Nigeria, doing well in Nigeria, and you get a clear chance and you do what? Travel. Do you see that working? It does. It does. Many young men have left the country with inappropriate visas. Oh, can join a conference visa. Where are you lying? Do you know they announce social security numbers? If you didn't come in appropriately, you won't get those words. You know, so that's your medicine. You won't do what? Practice. Because you must be in so and so visa status to do what? To be allowed to do what? Practice. So you end up with all your promise. Now taxes sometimes. Of course, exchange rate is high. That's what you tell me now. It's better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven, isn't it? True of us? True of us? Okay. Taxi driving is good. I drive taxi. I don't have a driver. I drive myself. But what we are saying is that you could have been different. You could have been better if you worked hard here. People are now about mortgage. Get the mortgage and mafugobi. And when I don't turn ever an arrow no. Huh? I mean, but mortgage. And I as if no here now. Mortgage flat. How many doctors are living in flat here? Most nurses even marry politicians and very rich people. How many of their husbands are living in flats here? Back not being a flat now. He's not working hard enough. But when you travel abroad there, you live in a flat or normal terrace. And I mortgage. What is the noise? So don't let these things deceive you. That's the point I'm trying to make. Why I'm swinging discussion this way is because many people's mind are already made up. Pathway. Somebody who you say has succeeded in a can Christmas with my tuke. Eh? He will do what? Enter flights through his family. Megene. Chikwonachi. Oh, you have no Diego.